Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We're picking up where we left off, where we are at this system, Palladium Stellos, because we have a mission here to answer a call for help from Grantis. I was looking over here because I know this is the Eye of the Storm that we keep waiting to have better aspects so we can deal with. I don't remember what this one is, but as I was looking at these two systems that are located, I noticed this one has a not explored planet. There might have been a reason why I intentionally didn't explore it, but I might want to check that out to figure out what's going on there, because I don't remember. But for now, let's head in here and answer this call for help. So let's see what Grantis' issue is that they need help with. I guess I should have looked up what it is so I know what I'm getting myself into. Is it the colony management? No. That's just for Dargonus. So it's got to be one of these missions. Here. Achilles has reported an attack on a world, so he's the Inquisitor guy. Not our Inquisitor guy, but our Inquisitor guy's minion. Has reported an attack on a world belonging to the Winterscale dynasty. Heading the raid is apparently one of the Xenos leaders, who has been harrying Von Valencia's holdings. This is an opportunity to strike a blow against an enemy and learn more about a rival. So learn about the Winterscale dynasty, but also strike a blow against the Dark Eldar who have been attacking us. Gotcha. With that in mind, we definitely want Heinrichs because this is Xenos. Though Abelard could also be useful because we are dealing with another dynasty. Iliad could also be useful because we're dealing with Eldar. So maybe we replace Cabela with Abelard, and we replace Argenta with Iliad. That still gives us two frontliners, a main shooter person, and then my usual three that always go with us because Cassie is crazy powerful, and Pascal is decent if he can get large groups together. But also, he's just useful for all the checks. Although Cassie is as well. I think that's a reasonable choice. So we're going to need to, level up some of our people, but they're only down a single level. So does it immediately kick off, or do we have to go somewhere on planet to start this event? Am I going to have time to level up first before things start? I think so. Good. Or not. Yes. Alright, Iliad. What are we doing with you? So you got a talent. Anything I've marked? I have marked lots, yes. One of the bounty hunter scores a critical hit. They gain 8% armor penetration until the end of combat. Stacks. That sounds nice. Scores a critical hit. The target's armor is reduced until the end of combat. That only really helps if we're going to get something really big, like a boss monster. Because reducing a single target's armor, usually they die after a crit. Whenever an ally kills prey, bounty hunter still gains half of the bonuses. Could be good because our bounty hunters don't always get their own prey kills. Kills an enemy whose difficulty tier is 4 or higher. Immediately reloads their weapon and attacks the closest enemy in their line of sight. More penetration but less damage on the free shot. That's nice, but we don't run into a lot of difficulty tier 4 or higher. When we do, it's not always the bounty hunter that kills the enemy. I think I'm going to go with this one. Just crits making you better for the rest of combat is going to help out for the rest of the combat. Rather than just helping out against a single target. Start the Vanguard's turn before temporary wounds are lost. The Vanguard gains a number of temporary wounds. No. Gains strength for 1 round, equal to the number of temporary wounds. So if he ends turns with temporary wounds, he gets to add that to his strength for the next round. That's cool. There's at least 1 ally and 2 celebrators. The Vanguard gains 11 parry. Not bad. Whenever the enemy that considers the Vanguard a priority target enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, that enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. I don't know how... I know there's ways we can make ourselves priority target. But does that only trigger if we've done something to make ourselves a priority target? Or do enemies just naturally have someone that they consider a priority target? Like, do they all have an enemy, whoever they're choosing to attack is whoever they've chosen as their priority target? I assume not. I probably have to make myself a priority target, which then that doesn't happen very often. I'm going to go for the extra strength. With that in mind, we need to figure out where we're going for this mission. I assume we've already scanned all of this, but I don't know if anything's changed. The body's lying face down, its crooked fingers clinging to the ground. This woman had her spine broken. Then she was allowed to crawl in the vain hope of escape. This dead noblewoman is staring at the sky with unblinking eyes. Her fingers have been thoroughly broken, and a tangle of intestines lies atop her slashed abdomen. No, this doesn't sound familiar. I think this is a new location, or at least this is new. Someone split the man's thorax open and turned his ribs inside out. Gross. His corpse is missing his eyes, nose, and lips. Judging by the maimed mouth, the teeth and tongue were also torn out before death. So, Dark Eldar were here.
The imprint of torment and fatigue has been left upon this world. The mark of my dark cousins is so stark, it cannot be anything but a trap.
Yep, and we are walking right into it. I'm sure that's not a problem. The face and hands are twisted in a paroxysm of death throes. The victim's last moments were full of torment. Anything to spot over here?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Is that a ship that was shot down? Oh. Okay.
Keep a sharp eye.
Can do. Lure Xenos to disarm that.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
I sense something nearby.
Okay. Looks like our main path continues this way. We definitely want to keep an eye out for those traps, but luckily the game pauses when you come across them. Alright, you guys definitely have a different look than our Eldari.
Took your time coming to meet me, monkey.
Marazai, you have a name. And a portrait. The Xenos in ornate black armor turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood splatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretched into a crooked, unpleasant smile. At last, you took your time coming to meet me, monkey. Yeah. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in low Gothic. That is interesting. So he's choosing to speak our language.
Hold your foul tongue, abomination. Such filth will not use that tone with the Emperor's chosen.
Evelar is white with fury. Hey, pseudonym, welcome.
Why, I sent an invitation by way of the cattle that dwelt on this world, and the chosen has so obediently appeared. How are my words anything but the truth?
The Xenos tilts his head to one side.
One of my soft-bodied kin. What meager offering tempted you to lower yourself to attending these animals? Or does their company remind you of being among your lost brothers and sisters?
He turns his head to Irliet in a snake-like motion. Yeah. It is interesting that she has chosen to continue traveling with us. I guess she doesn't really have anywhere else to belong, since she turned on the people she was with originally. She hasn't found any more Eldar. If any of the Eldar we'd, I guess children of Asuryan, because these are Eldar, the children of Asuryan that we'd run across, if they had survived, maybe she would have left with them. But since they keep being dead or dying, I guess she's continuing to travel with us.
What do you know about my brothers and sisters, Dark One?
Iliad freezes. Only her wide eyes betray her dismay and anger.
Only that they wander blind and helpless, robbed of their home and hope. But why am I telling you this? Isn't it your duty to watch over your kin, outcast?
He lets out an unpleasant laugh. We met on the mining world, and you are one of the xenos who got away. Is this one of them? I thought they were... At least the ones who were talking, I thought were female. On the, Vibo 6. What do you know about Irliet's kin? Some of them have been killed by humans, but some of them have been killed by Drukhari. So, they might have been involved. Or coercion test succeeded. My, this beast can speak our language. That seems like an odd thing to say, but it's a skill check we succeeded to gain. Also, I don't like him, so being pleasant to him doesn't seem great, but asking the question feels more useful than just insulting him. This is the choice I would naturally choose, but this one being a skill check in order to have it makes me curious about it. So I'm going to try it. Because I don't... Is this just insulting for the sake of insulting, or is this accomplishing something? My, this beast can speak our language.
Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
How is it that out of all of your kind, you're the only one to discover our feasts in advance? Usually you're all so slow and sluggish that my kin always have enough time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way.
He pauses, waiting for you to answer.
That thing is perceptive.
You hear the undercurrent of worry in Heinrich's murmur. What are you talking about? We're smarter than we look. I command substantial resources. True. Aggravating, is it not? Having someone best you at your own game? Are we just trying to annoy him with these coercion checks? Point at Heinrichs. This is not something Heinrichs would like. Point at Heinrichs. My friend from the Inquisition introduced me to the right people. You can thank him yourself. No. You don't point out that, oh yeah, I've got a bunch of Inquisition people that are specifically tracking you. That will make all of them targets. And void take you, miscreant. I could ask what he's talking about. It might let me continue to do another statement afterwards. Because the only thing I know we've been behind them every chance until I think Vivos, where we finally got there at the tail end of their attack, and here, where we were told that they were coming and we could get here ahead of time, but it looks like we've still got here too late. But some of the battling is still going, so yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Do not play the fool, rogue traitor.
Okay, he does know who I am.
Monkey know when their world or vessel is due for reaping. The monkey hide or attempt to bare their teeth. Somehow, the monkey know what we know, and I suspect that the search for this leak ought to start with you. After all, it was with you that this series of setbacks began.
A series of setbacks does not sound... Phoebos 6 would be considered a setback for them. But then they set this trap waiting for us. And so it doesn't feel like a series of setbacks unless things have been going on that haven't involved us. If the Inquisition has been stopping them secretly and then pointing the blame at us even though we haven't been involved. Could be. I don't know. Aggravating is it not, having someone best you at your own game?
Do not try my patience, monkey.
The Xenos hisses in irritation. We're smarter than we look. I'm not going to give him the Inquisition. I'll keep his anger pointed at me, that's fine.
And that's it? Just an assertion that your kind are not as brainless as you appear to be? This answer does not satisfy me. I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours, once and for all.
The Xenos pauses, mulling over something. Then he continues in an unmistakable tone of weary boredom. No one ever offers this sort of standoff of my forces against yours, one fight to finish it all, if they actually intend to play that fair. Either they have additional people hiding, or orders to have us killed if we survive, or something. No one actually agrees to stopping their mission if you happen to win in a single fight. So I don't trust this at all.
You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach, where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wreck, stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed.
Okay, so he's not talking a fight right here, but still, he's chosen the place, not necessarily the time, but the place, which means he can set up whatever sort of ambush or traps that he wants for when we get there, as he tries to play it off as a fair fight. Not so fast. I answered your questions, now you answer mine. I'll be there, Xenos. You can count on it. Oh, you're finished pontificating? I think I dozed off there for a second. Do you mind repeating the whole thing from the start? If I go anywhere, I will kill you right here. Reasonable choice. I'm tired of you, Xenos. Prepare to die. I wonder what the point of these coercion options are. Just seems to be trying to upset him. Are we trying to coerce him into fighting us here instead? If we just do all of these checks? Maybe. Not so fast. I answered your question. Now you answer mine. Awareness test succeeded. The Xenos lowers his head pensively, but what catches your attention is something else. A barely noticeable twitch of his fingers in his armored gauntlet. He is signaling to someone standing behind you. Good to know. I thought they were all in front of us when we were facing each other. If he has enemies behind us that have surrounded us, that's not good.
Very well. Amuse me.
Who are you? I keep hearing about an Archon. Who is that? What are you doing on my planets? Why are you attacking us? Are you and your band the ones responsible for stealing the sun? That is a very good question. How do you know Logothic? Probably we can ask all of these, but I'm going to start with the one that's most important because I want to know. Are you and your band the one responsible for stealing the sun?
Stealing the sun? The Drukhari are capable of that and much more, monkey. Gamora bathes in the light of 3 stars stolen by my kin. But if you think I had a hand in this or any other theft of suns, you are mistaken.
So they are capable of stealing stars, but he claims that the sun that was stolen from that starting world, whose name I've already forgotten, was not done by his band of Drukhari. I mean, asking why he's attacking us, the Drukhari, that's how they, I guess after summoning Slaanesh, how the Drukhari found to sort of anchor themselves to existence rather than be, being consumed by Slaanesh, is that they've given in to their own hedonism of slaughter of people they consider worthless. So that's why they're here. This is their way of, I guess, protecting their souls to some extent. It's just kind of who they are. But I'll ask it anyway.
Because that is the way of things, monkey. You run, we hunt. You die suffering. We relish every moment of it. When immediate torment loses its luster, and we seek ways to extract something more exquisite from our victims, well, your kin are frequent guests in my home realm, albeit not of their own volition.
Yeah.
And it is all to prevent your putrescent souls from wasting away in the scorching corruption of Cylon Thresh. Day after day, century after century, you chase after the torment of others in hopes that the whispers of she who thirsts might fade from your ears at last.
Really, it practically spits out our words.
Spoken by one who has willingly locked herself in a cage of rules and taboos. Tell me, Asuriani, what part of you is true Eldari? Have you ever in your life let yourself be consumed by pure euphoria? Have you ever felt real passion? I invite you to join me. I will initiate you into the art of pain and unveil all that your paths keep hidden.
The Drukhari cocks his head and looks at Irliet with feigned pity. Yeah, rules and taboos can be considered a cage, but they're also necessary. Yeah. No, I like Irliet how she is.
I suppose I should not have expected anything compelling from a monkey. Your questions breed boredom. The conversation is over.
Oh, we didn't get to ask all the questions. I was hoping I could go back and ask about the Archon, because that was a more pressing question. Conversations end when I say they do. I have another question. Or attack, it's about time. Conversations end when I say they do.
Oh, monkey. I do not play by your rules.
Fair.
Die, inhuman scum! Are you challenging me, Phil?
So we've got those ahead of us. What are you? Because yeah, we've got a bunch of generic. I don't see his name. Because he was standing here, I thought. Are you just Incubus now? Which I assume is just a standard unit type. I don't know what you are, but you are danger level 4, so that's awesome. Some natural armor. So if we damage it enough, its armor values drop. Bestial Rage. Whenever the enemy attacks deals damage to this creature greater than 15% of its maximum wounds, it gains +5 weapon skill and strength. Hopefully just for a single turn and not until the end of combat. And then it was implied that there was some of them standing behind us. Does that appear to be the case? We've got this guy. That seems to be it. Alright, with all that in mind, let's actually start moving our people into positions. This is not an explosive barrel, it looks like. Let's put Cassia there. I need you somewhere where you'll be able to just stay standing for a while. I go with just a half cover. Not thrilled by that. There isn't a lot of great places for you. Because I doubt from here he'll be able to see many enemies, so I might just end up running you kind of out into the open, which I hate the idea of. But if we can push Cassia forward, or maybe we push ourselves forward. I don't know. We want to get to a point where we can hit that guy. Melee characters. Maybe I just send Pascal to deal with this one. I'm really nervous about you. I don't even know. Like, I know a little bit about Eldari lore, but Slith, whatever that is, not a clue. Say I did put you there. There's no real cover to get you two in. Ah. No, I can put you into that cover. Heinrichs can't quite reach it. So do I just have him standing in the open? Or I could pull him back so he's at least in cover from one half of the enemies. Well, then he has farther to run to actually get up to enemies. Oh, and yeah, Heinrichs and Abelard are at the bottom of the initiative. Not good. Yeah, then having you guys both in cover is going to be good. I think that's where I'm going to start things. Except I think I'm going to switch Cassia and Ignatius, because Cassia will give Ignatius a turn, and if it procs where it doesn't waste our action points, we'll be able to get additional attacks in. And I want to make sure that he has sight lines. So yes, let's start the battle there. Let's give our front line... Man, I have no idea. I doubt you can see back here. You can, actually. Alright, then sure, help out Pascal deal with that threat. That means that that guy can probably see us. which is a bit sketchy. Dodge. I think we'll give dodge to ourselves and critical chance we can put here with Irliet.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I think that's reasonable. So let's give ourselves some willpower bonus. And voice of command for more bonuses. Alright. So let's start by lighting ourselves on fire. As you do. And then orchestrate flames. We do still have another action. So I could run and gun. Which might... Yeah, let's run and gun. See if that can get us all the way... Oh, it doesn't get us up to there. Now that is a shame. There's just no cover around. I don't really want to stand out in the open. I could hit you. Can I hit you? I can't. You're barely out of range. Might also be out of sight. Definitely out of range. I could also light you on fire. Nearly killing you. Well, if I get a good enough damage roll. Because I doubt Pascal is going to kill you in a single hit. Part of me thinks I should focus on that guy. So if I moved forward just a tiny bit, and then tried hitting you, then I could get you started on fire, and maybe pull myself back into cover afterwards.
My tactics are flawless.
Perfect. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that plan. I don't need battle trance. I will probably never actually use battle trance. 20 wounds to use. It's madness. Back to Cassia's turn. Set kill zone here just to help out Pascal even more. And call that good. First, we will set you with... what is your ability to stand in place? Perfect spot.
If I must.
We're planning to have you here for a while. Who am I going to want you to shoot? Ooh, I like that angle. I could also get her to focus on this. So let's see. You're a tier 4, and the incubus is a tier 4. I'll have you mark both as prey.
If it serves your cause.
It does serve my cause, thank you.
I understand your intent.
So let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's analyze enemies on you. To get some more bonuses there. 3 points left. It'll take 1 point for the attack. So I've got... Although I could also set up in my sights. Let's say I want to do in my sights. So we want to save an action. So I've got 1 more point to spend. Let's do piercing shot. Then a shot on you. Saying this takes 2 action points? Oh, it does take 2. Well, I miscounted that. For whatever reason, I saw the 1 there and my brain just thought it was 1 action. But of course it's 2. I think there's a chance it won't use an action, but probably we aren't going to get the in my sights. But that's fine.
Fortune favors the swift.
And we didn't. Again, it's fine. Did some damage there, did not pierce through, but you are on fire, which is cool.
Let them tremble.
There's some sort of like weird snake guy. Don't like it. Alright, Ignatius's actual turn. Ah, it's not quite lined up. Oh, I could just straight up kill this. Huh. If I did Firestorm, it only hits one guy. That's a shame. And Flame would hit both of them. So I hit more targets. Or even used this, that would mean we'd have 3 people on fire that I could then inflame. You incinerate, right? Target self delivers double the damage of the ignite psychic power and half the fire damage of all the burning creatures within line of sight of the target. So if I use this on someone, what does that do? Actually, not that much. I think Molten Beam is just better for damage, at least with the few enemies burning right now. This is also 1 AP. Target is an ally. The psychic power deals no damage. Everyone adjacent to the target, both allies and enemies, suffer the effects of the ignite psychic power. And it's also only a single AP, just like ignite. So it would hit him just like ignite, but also hit the guy next to him for ignite, or just the single AP that it normally would. Does it not? No, it leaves them burning. We've seen that before. Am I missing something? 31 to 50. Alright, let's use this then. If it's hitting 2 enemies for the cost of an AP just like Ignite does, I'm assuming it'll make you burning, but maybe it doesn't, and that's the difference.
All too easy.
Yeah, you are burning 25, and you're burning 20 now. So yeah, it was just like both of you got hit by Ignite. Well, then let's do Inflame.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
So you're going to take 67 fire, which won't actually kill you, but it'll get close. And you will take 58 fire. I mean, I guess I've got lots of AP left, so I should orchestrate flames, I suppose, on someone.
Nothing
Sure,
I can't
on you.
do.
Make sure you stay burning. And sadly, that is my turn, though I can move. I could get forward into this half cover. Not a terrible call. Though, since I can apparently see all the enemies from where I'm standing, more or less. Except for that one, but I'm sure he'll run forward. But it means Cassia can't see from where she is, which is the problem I'm trying to alleviate. If I move forward, she can step over and have a better view of the battlefield. Just puts myself in more danger than I'm super happy about. Wish Heinrichs had moved forward. That might have been an okay spot. Only one enemy is on that side of the line. Alright, I'm gonna do it, and hopefully I don't regret it. Let's just move forward. And we lose the dodge bonus. It's fine.
Suffered worse.
Your misery is my treat.
Brace yourself, Avalon.
Yikes.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Alright, Heinrichs. I could send you to kill kind of any of these guys. Oh, you took out our cover. I now very much regret moving forward to there. Well, oh, and your cover's also gone. Huh. Well, a lot of things have gone wrong. Well, let's cast Iron Arm on yourself.
Of course, Lord Captain.
And Warp Speed.
Naturally.
And word to the Emperor on all of us. Pascal's gonna miss it because he's too far away, but that's fine. I think I'll move you forward, attack here, and then you'll be able to charge to hit that one.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
High momentum.
Okay.
For the throne's glory.
Oh well. We also have some psychic powers to heal. +6 wounds at the beginning of each of their turns, and removes toxic, stunned, immobilized, or bleeding, blinded, staggered, fatigue. Or invigorate, just immediately restores 12 wounds. Removes stunned, bleeding, fatigue, blinded, immobilized, staggered, fresh injury. And you're down by... Neither of you is down terribly far. Actually, how far down did Pascal go? He got shot a bit. Not terrible. He does have toxin. I'll do regenerate on Abelard. I guess I can still just use this. It doesn't remove burning, which is good.
I won't object to it.
Our Veil Degradation is getting pretty high. Alright, Pascal. Sadly, your target moved out of the zone. Which is a major pain. Let's do Analyze Enemies. Then... Can't do anything with that. I could do Reckless Abandon. Take 19 wounds. I would then be able to heal myself, probably. Nah, not this turn. Maybe this turn. Use that as well. Give you more armor dodge and deflection. It's not a bad call. So let's do Reckless Abandon. Then heal yourself. Just gonna do probably sweep. Inflict some bleeding as well. That'll leave me 1 AP left, so I might as well do Gift of Torment now. so that if he has some sort of parrying ability, which I don't think he has, you're at least covered. Let's get him some bleed damage. There you go. I guess technically I probably should have waited to use that till after, because I would have gained 2% more armor, unless that is constantly updating. It's fine.
Just a minor setback.
Alright, Abelard. I could send you here to attack that guy. Possibly kill it. Well, not kill it, but get it close enough to death that it'll die on its turn. And then charge this guy. It has a gun out, so you should be free to run away without provoking an attack. So if I sent you there, probably do bleeding for you as well. Technically, I think you can do both attacks. I got you that ability, maybe? Not sure.
Worse battles than this
Move forward.
I will do my...
Ooh, you do get your second attack. Okay. That'll leave you with 1 AP, which will prevent you from charging, because that costs 2. So do I leave you alive? You're going to burn to death on your turn, so I might as well leave you alive. I could charge here. That means I have 1 AP left. I guess go with Endure. And then charge. Oh, you did get an attack, even though you have your gun out. So you have a gun and a sword out. I guess you can kind of see both of them, so that makes sense. We'll call that good for you, Abelard. Back to Cassia. We will do the usual. I think we can't do voice of command. You probably still have it, Ignatius. I can't tell. You have too many icons. Let's just give you another free turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
So let's start lighting all of the enemies on fire. I can't quite get to you. That's fine. I'll start with you in the back, who's busy shooting us. Then you. Then... there was one back here. Oh, you ran up to here. Perfect. Then you... could move forward so I can see that last one, and I might as well because I'm not in cover. If I move to here, can I then see you? No, you are out of range. I can see you. I just need to get closer. This makes me slightly uncomfortable. Then I can hit you.
All too easy.
Now, everyone is on fire. And nearly dead. Probably if I just used this, they would all die. Besides you. Well, I can fix that.
Not a problem for...
Alright, we got high momentum already. Let's just use this and see who's still alive.
Already done.
Answer, no one. Fantastic. Probably shouldn't have threatened a awesome psyker.
A new challenge for me.
I'm clearly more powerful than you were expecting. Pile of mutilated bodies with cut tendons and shattered bones. Splinter rifle. We've got quite a few. This seems like just a standard Eldari, or I guess Drukhari weapon. Don't care about you or you. for the basic venom blades. Reinforced incubus armor. We can see how that works with Jai. Same with Kabbalite armor. Oh, I wanted to keep that and one of those to see if they're good at all. Embroidered Cloak grants the wearer a +5 bonus to persuasion. Whenever the wearer is affected by an ally's ability, they gain a +3% dodge until the end of combat stacks. I mean, our persuasion person is Cassie. I'm sure she already has a cloak that's better. I guess I don't know that, but I suspect that. Increases the range of officer archetype abilities by 1 cell. Yeah, I would rather have that. So on to you. If we go to armor. So this is armor 40. And more dodge, requiring agility 65, which you don't quite have. But I could get it for you pretty quick. Or here, even more armor, but less dodge, or a major dodge penalty. Base attack property, 15% armor against ranged attacks. Okay. So because of the dodge penalty, you would only dodge 26% of attacks in this chapter rather than half of them. But it would reduce incoming damage by 40% rather than 15%. I think dodge is more your speed than just armor reducing damage. So I will have you wear that. And when we have a chance, I need to remember to get your agility up. And then we can add that to cargo. Oh, we can always add that to cargo. Sure. Looks like this warden died before he could even raise his weapon.
Victory awaits!
Nothing to loot on the big scary guy? Glad we didn't have to find out how terrifying that guy actually was. The dead warden is pinned to the ground with a blade of their own broken dagger. It was plunged right under their chin to ensure that the victim slowly choked to death. Pascal, please unlock that for me.
Successful.
Unsleeping Eye. When the wearer kills an enemy with the Finish the Job ability, I don't know what ability that is, the wearer gains plus 20% bonus to damage for 1 round and removes the cooldown on their Orchestrate, Firestorm, and Last Volley abilities. I don't know what archetype that's for. I can't hover over any of those to figure out what archetype it's for. But those abilities aren't sounding familiar to me. I would guess soldier, but yeah, it's not familiar. Maybe it's a 3rd tier archetype that we haven't unlocked yet, because we are getting close to our 3rd archetype. You ready to look at this? Governor's body was masterfully disemboweled, and his many implants were removed, after which, judging by the amount of blood, the victim lived for a while longer. Okay, so we can't go inside of that building. Or there's nothing inside any of those. We can do an athletics skip back down. So is that this whole area?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
He did tell us where to meet them for our final battle. So I suppose we could head there. Maybe not right away, but
The corruption soaked into the bones of the lost ship may have imprinted itself on the souls of your servants, Elantark. I hope they were thorough when they performed the cleansing rituals.
One of the shuttle pilots died by suicide shortly after that flight. His body has long since been incinerated, though, so there is nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Follow my lead.
I don't think we need to immediately go to that fight, but we can plan on it at some future point. But we successfully took care of this attack before it got too far. I mean, yeah, they killed everyone in that little valley, but hopefully the rest of Grantis is safe.